This is Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning in high definition with winter weather.
Well, it was 15 years ago this morning. OU student and ballerina Juli Busken was supposed to meet a friend for breakfast before heading home for the holidays. But as News 9's Ricky Maranon shows us, what happened to her back in 1996 continues to shake Cleveland County today.
It's the height of the holiday season in Cleveland County. But like the ghost of Christmas past, what took place on these streets more than a decade ago continues to haunt the city of Norman.
The most dreaded call that you can receive is a call that one of your students has died or been killed in a tragedy. And I'll still remember forever the call from Joe Lester, now the county sheriff here, who was chief of police at the time, telling me that Juli Busken had been killed.
To this day, I still see the face of Bud and Mary Jean Busken sitting there in the audience, listening to every single gory detail about this trial.
In the early morning hours of December 20th, Juli Busken disappeared from her East Norman apartment.
The night before, she'd been out with some friends that had a going-away party, a Christmas party, saying their goodbyes. They thought their goodbyes were for the semester until after Christmas. Little did they know that their goodbyes would be forever.
They would find her body here along the shores of Lake Stanley Draper, raped and murdered just hours after she disappeared. But there would be more questions than answers as to just what happened.
If you could imagine being out in 10 below zero or 20 below zero weather and being kidnapped, raped, and murdered and left at the edge of Lake Stanley Draper, that was a horrific crime.
Juli's killer was convicted of her murder back in 2006. But just because Juli is gone, that doesn't mean she is forgotten.
Here's a loved one that had such a brilliant future ahead of her. Here's a loved one that was a sister, that was an aunt, that was a friend, that was a cousin, a daughter, a granddaughter that will never, ever, ever get to share the future with her family.
She had a beautiful spirit about her. Even when you just saw her walking across campus in her everyday street clothes, you felt she walked with such dignity and grace that you'd say to yourself, I bet she's a ballet dancer.
Ricky Maranon, News 9.
And Juli's memory lives on at OU through a scholarship in the School of Dance. Those close to the Busken family are asking the OU Board of Regents to endow that scholarship so Juli can be a part of the university forever. Well, tracking winter and weather.